So why don't we start things off? Can you tell us who you are and where we're at?
Hello, I'm Don Sheehan. I'm at the Exabeam Spotlight 2018 conference. I'm actually a director with our Cyber Defense Solutions practice within Grant Thornton.
Tell us a little bit about Grant Thornton.
Grant Thornton is a tax audit and advisory firm, international firm, and as part of the U.S. firm, our advisory section, we handle business risk services, and inside of that, cyber defense services. So we look at everything from breach response all the way through integrating items, through transforming your SOC and helping you build out the next generation of things.
What are some of the challenges of working with clients that are looking to implement different security solutions?
Well, that's a great question because it varies from client to client. In some cases, they're responding to an incident or a breach that has happened and they want to go very quickly, but they may not be prepared and have the infrastructure in place to handle that and put a new solution in place. So you may have to start back at step 1 and really move through to step 10. On other times, it's understanding what's actually possible and reasonable for that organization, and that understanding of the risk and what they need to protect in the organization that can be a challenge. Some things they'll have read about or want to see, but it may not really map back to what is actually available or possible.
What Exabeam solutions are you focused on providing to your customers?
So we work as much as we can across the full suite, and the primary areas we see are data lake and advanced analytics, two core technologies. Or if you're bringing that data in to get everything into one place, but also the advanced analytics to do that risk ranking of users. We have worked with entity analytics, because that really goes back to our years of experience with SIM, which do some level of that without the actual risk ranking. And then also the incident response work, where we want to make sure that we've got those process flows in place. Because part of our work has been writing run books for people to do this manually, and now we can actually implement it in the system.
How did you decide to partner with Exabeam? What were some of your decision criteria?
Well, for us, with Grant Thornton, we focus on the Russell 2000, the high end of that middle market. So we want to have something that is in a reasonable price range, that is deployable quickly, that people can see value out of it, and is something that they can actually sustain and grow with inside of that space. So Exabeam gives them something where we can actually show up and within a few weeks, you actually have something working. The system integration is actually a day. Looking at data and getting it tuned will take those other weeks and helping training. But that time to setup, that time to effectiveness is extremely short with Exabeam. It's been a great thing with our clients.
When thinking about the state of the SOC today and the workflows that they have to do, tell me a little bit about how Exabeam is streamlining the operations for your customers.
Well, that's easy. There's many aspects that come in with Exabeam. Starting with data lake, getting that central repository of all the information and not having to look across multiple tools, that's been helpful. Having that tightly integrated with the analytics piece, so there's not two tools in place doing that, is very helpful to make sure the data is consistent across those areas. But really the number one thing is the smart timeline. That's part of Exabeam. You see exactly what a person did over a session with each of the activities, and you can understand the time and the location, everything that happened in one place, and that's critical to incident response.
Describe your experience working with Exabeam as a company and its products and services. If you could give us a quote, maybe 1 or 2 sentences.
Oh, there's a few things there. I mean, open is one piece. The company is very open to comments from the clients, recommendations from us as partners, and they're very open to actually integrating those into the product and have rolled those in within weeks, which is an amazingly fast pace for a company that's very methodical about releases, which is also very positive. And the other piece is interactive. When we work with support, we're online with them most of the day, and there's a very good, very fast, within seconds, back and forth of questions and knowledge sharing. And even across our team, and there's what we've discovered, we share and back and forth, so that it's not silos of information of people working. It really is one team all together approaching problems and challenges.
Well, Don, I want to thank you for your time today. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you, Ryan, and thanks for having us here. Really appreciate it.